There's been 7 races that I've led on the last lap. It's raining, it's slipperier and snot. I'm still doing the triple in that just slippery stuff. You're old man, you got to learn to ride like the young kids that made me you run a close ratio tranny. So you're shifting 5 times in every straightaway. And I just hated it.
Actually, that's my very first bike. What year is that? Do you know?
74.
I had a 76.
Yeah, red tank, red fence.
I remember going down the road to the Gloss Mountains, and I really thought I was bad stuff after my first couple hours of riding. And I remember hitting a rain rut, and I crashed so hard, ripped my metal fender off, thought it was the end of the world. They had to weld it back together. It was bad news.
They say they're using the Yamaha engine and their chassis and stuff, but they take a podium. Conan or whoever.
How crazy is this?
It's nuts. Yeah, that's the pre-production CR5 that never came into production. They made so many of them for us, and they made that. Out of all the Chinese, they're really corrupt and everything. Like, if people listen to us, we would give them anything money, anything that's rock money. But thank you.
This is insane. Seen this a bunch of times, and it just never gets old.
And then we had to pay shipping and everything. So we got that breaker box out of there. They would sell, and we had to buy the molds to make the gas tank, the molds to make the fenders and everything. So about 9. Oh, another funny thing was the first 20 or whatever that came to the U.S., we sent over the frame that we wanted because we put a 2-inch extension on the frame to lengthen it some. Well, in the shipping it over there, the gas tank mount got bent. And so I've got 20 of them. I'm building them all up, and every one of them, the little cap right here, every one of them was bent. So they matched the way it was figured out. To go, the gas tank's all lopsided.
That's the way it came back. So yeah.
That's funny.
They didn't quite get the front wheels sorted out. They couldn't source a 28 spoke hub and a 28 spoke rim. So this is a 32 spoke hub with a 28 spoke rim. There's holes. I mean, if you look, it's the early ones, but there'll be just a couple of holes, and so they just lay the spoke over. And my dad sold Yamaha in '59, and so one of the first Yamaha dealers in the Midwest, he picked up Bridgestone before Honda, right? He picked up Yamaha, Bridgestone, and then picked up Honda, Hodaka, and Kawasaki, and then kept Honda and Kawasaki.
No kidding.
But all that stuff, they just got better and better, and the Chinese will get better. Those Coves, the Cove, those bikes, they're not that bad. It's just, why spend 20% less than a Japanese bike or a British bike or a KTM?
I want to see a guy ride this. I don't think he's tall enough to get on it.
12 grand.
I'll help you. Hey, guy, please tell me you've ridden that.
Yeah, it was a parade bike. My dad built a bunch of parade bikes. Just like the tandem side by side.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the sprockets coming out.
Sprocket steering? That's gnarly.
That's crazy.
Pretty well designed.
Turn the handlebar on that blue one.
Your dad?
Brett, turn the handlebar on that blue one. Right.
This,
It's rear steer too.
Oh,
Yeah, you never see that.
how crazy is that?
And look, it's like the chain's got a cable in between it. Oh, so it's adjustable.
My dad built a bunch of them for the OSU, the parade they have every year. And the sororities and fraternities would rent the twin steer, but they'd get in fights and they kept breaking them. So I have several of them that are welded, so it's only the front steer.
And your dad actually came up with that whole thing.
A twin Colson built them back in the 30s.
But
But my dad built a bunch of stuff in the 40s. Like that was actually patented in the 1890s. And
the red one?
the companion bike is what we used to always call it. And he built some fun stuff. You remember the kangaroo bike We'll have to get you on the kangaroo bike so you can ride it.
Sounds about. Sounds pretty. Sounds
He's not the guy that we can put on.
sounds fitting for me.
That's my first Honda.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
CL90? Whew. Just like that one, huh?
Just like that, red and crimson and everything.
That's a bad machine right there.
Well, I put a big sprocket on it and a knobby tire, and I thought I was a hill climbing machine. I took it to the dirt, and they got it in sand and overheated it, and it cooked the rings on it. And then I was off to overhaul them.
You're pushing.
Yeah, I was learning how to overhaul.
And that's the first bike I learned how to rebuild.
CL90 or
CL90?
CL90.
CL90.
1969, I have a billboard that, you know how you used to do it like wallpaper? It's 10 feet high, 20 feet wide of a CL90. And a girl in this Martian looking helmet and a mini skirt. I got it in a box ready to put on a wall. It's just, that's a big 10 by 20s. That's huge. It's going to take a big.
You need to build a bigger shop.
Yeah. Wanda says no more buildings.
Oh, that's awesome.
Got enough.
You probably got a story about each one of these things, huh?
Well, I hung most of them, except for when I got to this one. There's a girl's bike that weighs about 200 pounds, and I'm trying to hang it, and it's got these big double baskets, and it kept hitting the stud, and I was about to drop it. I ran out of energy and started to hang, because I put a 16-foot ladder and just put it on my shoulder and walk up and then hang it. But that one about killed me. The one that says Cindy on it. I'm telling you, that thing's made out of lead.
Probably got more room on my pickup out there.
Well, how about this one, Brett? Two-wheel drive bicycle.
You got to build that one too?
I've ridden it, but it's horrible. It's geared to the moon. So
Really?
there's no way if you rode it. You think it would be kind of cool in sand or something, but it's geared so tall you can't even.
Man, look at all this stuff. All sorts of stuff in
Is
here.
this the 4th of July mustache too? Like that?
Hey, guy, I think that's the same gear you wore today.
It may be. It may be.
He took on Whizzer sometime in the 40s, but this was the first motorcycle was Indian. He hitchhiked out to Massachusetts, went through the 2-week training plant.
Hitchhiked out there?
Yeah.
He hitchhiked to the World's Fair in '33 in Chicago.
You have to go through the school, I guess, to be a dealer.
Yeah, my dad really liked her. He would go anywhere to catch clinics, like he did the Triumph stuff. Because to back up a little bit, sometimes you didn't necessarily become a dealer. You became a service center. So if you went to their training school.
Is there a couple Ronnie Q painted helmets in here?
There is.
There are, yeah.
Number 4 over there
I
is
think I
on
could recognize one or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that an 89?
89.
Actually, that's my very first bike. What year is that? Do you know?
74.
I had a 76.
Yeah.
I wrote-
Yeah, red tank, red fenders.
That's impressive. It also had metal fenders. So I remember going down the road to the Gloss Mountains, and I really thought I was bad stuff after my first couple hours of riding. And I remember hitting a rain rut, and I crashed so hard, ripped my metal fender off, thought it was the end of the world. They had to weld it back together. It was bad news.
I want to find one of those just to put in my shop too, since that was my first
Yeah.
big official race bike. I remember that. But you sold me one of your practice bikes.
The 89.
89.
Those were such good bikes.
That was
I
crazy.
was second in the Supercross point standings until the last round. The Sheen's 12 points behind, and I was so nervous that I tried this. It was at the LA Coliseum, and so it's a bigger track, and they were doing a big sweeper with just rollers, and everyone was 2, 2, 2. Well, I went 2, 3, and I landed at the bottom of 3. I'm gonna go 2, 4. So next time around, 1 came up short, broke my collarbone. So
On 89
on that
bike?
bike right there.
Oh, no kidding.
So I ended up 3rd in the Supercross series instead of 2nd. All I had to do was finish, and I would have finished 2nd behind Johnson.
That's not how you roll, though, huh?
No.
He was sending it before it was a thing.
Well, what's crazy is back then you didn't think about the way the bikes like.
Oh
how
yeah,
high.
such a banana.
Yeah, now you look at it, you're like, that just looks so funky.
Yeah.
Museum and Stillwater.
Yeah, that's
And that's a 125 seat on a 250, and then I'd run a 250 seat on a 125.
Really?
So
Okay.
I don't know why.
They're gonna use those. Well, just whatever.
You've done a lot of winning.
Between 90 and 91, I won 10 nationals on this style of bike. Wide ratio tranny, the 106.2 pipe. And then in 92, they said, you're old man, you got to learn to ride like the young kids. They made me run a close ratio tranny. So you're shifting 5 times in every straightaway. And I just hated it. They wouldn't let me run my pipe because they ran a low pipe and they didn't even make a 106.2, which they could have. But even in 90, the Japanese would go, oh, a dyno, just much better pipe. Which if I was the only guy on the track, I could do a couple of seconds better. But when you had noises around you, you can't hear the bike. And so this thing had a feel. You just knew right you're in the meat of the power, and the thing rode awesome. So, yeah, I wish I had enough guts to tell them that, you know, this is what I demand. Because talking to Donnie Schmidt and Rodney Smith, the factory guys in Europe, they'd go to Japan and they'd have one day, all you're doing is motor. They have 3, 4, 5 different motors set up, different cranks, different compression, the whole bit. And once they got the motor, then they went to suspension. They had the longer swing arms, which here we can't. You know, in the U.S., you had to run a factory frame, factory swing arm, and cases had to be factory. So
even
you
then,
could do it.
we could do some switches, but not like they did in Europe. But
Because they were like full-on work spikes in Europe, right? I mean,
full on,
like,
yeah, hand
no
built.
production at all, basically. What year was Oklahoma City Supercross? I remember that, and it was freaking so stupid.
Playing some of the rollers on it. It's such hard clay.
Now, were you the push to get it to Oklahoma City?
No, they just did. I don't know. Really? I know it was good for me, but it wasn't anything that I did to get it there.
To come
Let
close.
you guys down several times. I was trying to win.
I remember that Metasis taking you out that time. You were probably closer to winning Atlanta that year, though, huh?
There's been 7 races that I've led on the last one. So
That's insane that you got that far and you still didn't quite get it.
ended up with 7 seconds, 11 thirds, something like that. 13 fourths or whatever. So, yeah, I had a lot of top 5 finishes, just never won one. But the one I should have won was Charlotte. That was the one. It was raining, and I had a 3 or 4 second lead. Bale's behind me, but Bale's got a huge point lead, so he's just wanting to finish in the mud. And I'm going into this bowl turn. It's raining. It's slipperier than snot. I'm still doing the triple in that just slippery stuff. I'm going to this bowl turn, and I hear Larry Myers and Guy Cooper, and I turn my head. The second I turn my head, the front end just went. Dadgummit. I was spending my paycheck before I got it. There you go. It's time.
I found some old Polaroids from the 500 here not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I had one of my cousins go out there and take some pictures one time, like a bowl jump and stuff like that.
That first summer the last.
But then you look at it and you're like,
I can't believe you keep so much stuff. You got every driver's license you ever had, everything. Do you still keep everything? Or
I'm still a hoarder, yeah.
Just to come home and have all those things and not just picture one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The best part though is you do. I mean, you got it. And you
It
kinda
wasn't
enjoy it.
organized till about 15 years ago. A girl that I went to school with said, "We're having the Friday night 30-year class reunion at your house," because she knew I had a pool. So it was in July. It was in August, but it was at that time 7 weeks. Showcases, and we painted the floor and started going. And Wanda's parents, I mean, it was 100 degrees down here. And
Yeah,
we're putting
imagine.
everything up. Well, all those cases are still full of stuff. I just got the walls this finished and said that's good. So I haven't. We need to dig through. There's more stuff back up in there, but
It's like I remember you had those 2 white Suzuki 250s. You still have all that stuff?
I sold the white Donnie Schmidt bike, which was my bike with Donnie Schmidt plastic from Europe. I sold it to a guy named Nate Hubbard, and he redid it in my colors,
Nice.
and it looks awesome. He found a set of works forks and everything, and now he wants one of the Indians, so I might get it back.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome. I remember Kenny bringing one of those to the mountains and just destroying it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was Danny. I don't know. It was one of those 2.
I remember Kenny at Gloss Mountains, there was a step up that Kenny, I go, just third good, you know, you don't have to be wide open. Kenny goes out, it's like it's still sputtering like the choke was on. He goes, just right into the embankment. Kenny had a learning curve. But
I tried talking him into coming out. He said he was doing a show this weekend. He's not going to be here till next
he
week.
rode about a month ago with me, and it was everything I could do to keep him at bay. We were on it. UFO was good to me. With Malcolm Smith, they were in their Chapter 11 when I won the championship. And I'm running #1 plate, and I get 15 jerseys for the whole year, and that's it.
That's it.
And so whenever I finally signed with UFO, I go, I gotta have gear. And it looked like a refrigerator box. 100 jerseys, 50 pair of pants, 50 chest protectors, 50 pair of gloves. I mean, it was like so much stuff. I still have boxes of new gloves up there.
Yeah, I have a #1 jersey of yours still from over Belgium maybe or something.
Yeah, a UFO #1. Yeah.
The purple one, actually, the same one you wore today.
Yeah.
Over 20,000 miles on the street bike. Not this one, but yeah.
That's awesome, though. That's
Yeah.
more than I've ridden on a street bike. I'm scared of those things.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm away from street bike or dirt bikes.
Oh, man.
Caitlin helped me with this about 10 years ago. It's all my old stickers.
Oh.
Check it out. It's all
Oh, what?
organized.
How cool is that? Look at that. F and F, man. Those things probably don't even stick anymore.
Wow, the old Malcolm Smith stickers, I remember them. And that.
Man.
That.
Pro Saber. I remember every time, not every time, but remember my dad. My dad come over and work on your driveway, and he'd come home with a pink set of the low Pro Sabers with a pink bar pad, the gold bars. I was like, that's the coolest thing ever.
And then this is all my, it's all posters.
I was gonna say I had a couple of those. Yep. Man, those bring back all kinds of memories.
Holy cow.
Oh, you got graphics. Hey, you know what you're doing here.
What, the
Pull
graphics?
that back up.
Let's do a 65.
Bingo! Oh, man, that's
remember
probably,
that was,
Andy's son's.
It was. But it's just all that stuff.
That's awesome.
And it's all bicycle stuff.
Golly, you really are old.
I know, it's just. I forgot to say here. Oh, more stickers.
If you need anything,
Yo Honda trick ones.
that's so cool.
This is the dirt bike version of American Pickers.
Right? Well, the American Pictures was out here for
They were.
a while.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. You were either you or them. One of you guys was pretty stingy about it. I feel like you didn't want to give them anything. You were just
December,
like, no, I don't want to do
super
that.
cold, and they were like down at 9th Street for 8 hours. And I go, we need to get out here, and I couldn't tell that I had a museum that it's at the house. You know, they wanted to keep it at that location, so I kept going next door, and so we finally get out here, and they go, it doesn't look anything like it. And Mike shuts that door, so they don't even video the bikes in there. But it used to be a whole row of frames.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Where'd they all go?
Well, a guy in California was building up a Damon Huffman bike, you know, a 93 or whatever, and I had a 93 Works frame, and he wanted that one because it still had the AMA numbers on it, so he wanted that.
That's cool.
I sold a 92 frame, and Indian came out with an Italian-made badge to Indian, and my parents were an Indian dealer for the Italian stuff, and so I had a couple of new parts. One was a Petcock. Can I get on there? 74 Indian Mini Petcock. No one's got them. Used ones were going for $200 and stuff. So I put it on. Not that much, but I put $55 on it, and it's just a little Petcock little thing. And last week it sold $55. Like, and it was going to someplace in Europe. So I've got a trailer full of tires from the 80s and 90s. And
The used tires, you held on to those things too?
I still have a ton of used ones too. They're in good shape, but still.
That reminds me, you know Randy Richardson, the Michelin guy?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure, yeah. He's a super good friend. We work together quite a bit with some different events I've been going to and stuff.
He sent 40 or 50 tires to Travis in 2000, and that's when Travis got hurt. So I had a bunch of Michelin tires, but they're so dry rotted. They're brand new, but if you put them on a bike, they'll last 10 minutes.
Right.
Just knobs fall off.
Yeah.
So the only thing that's good for, I don't throw them away, because if somebody's building up a static bike for a showroom,
Yeah,
I've got a
that's all, that's
true
perfect.
2000
Yeah.
model Michelin
That's
tires.
smart. If you can get it on without it just coming apart.
Yeah, I think you could get it on. But
Yeah.